Finding good management people in China is almost impossible because anybody who's worked or sold wants to do their own thing. They don't want to work for you, they want to be the boss.
With the government pulling back, what you're starting to see is the playing field is actually getting closer to being level. And where that gets exciting is it actually brings in a higher quality of entrepreneur, it brings in a higher quality of business person, and it really starts building this relationship between businesses as opposed to a government and a business relationship.
Being in the finance industry has taught me is being very detail-oriented and making sure that it's realistic to do. I don't think I'm the creative person. I don't think about the big ideas, but I try to connect A to B.
If you want to go into a new market, you've got to be like the local in that new market. I sometimes recommend people to, if you try to set up a US team, try to find someone who really understands US culture, right? Same thing, if US companies want to come to China, I try to tell them, find a local China GM.
The 3 generations of successes started with the Sina, Sohu, NetEase, followed by the second wave of the BAT, and then now the third wave companies like Qihoo and YY. So these are major successes, which has also cultivated the entire venture capital industry in China. We believe this trend will continue. The next wave will be focused on mobile technology.
Under the surface, things are changed relatively fast with the internet, with entrepreneurship of Chinese people, and with the demand. You shouldn't wait until the regulation change for you to get in. If you don't get in, you will be late.
People are in general pretty optimistic about the exit market going forward. You got some big IPOs coming up. I think people are in general are feeling good about them.
There is a mentality of wanting to bring people together to get deals done. That there's a spirit amongst the investors and the entrepreneurs and the lawyers on both sides that we're there to facilitate creating a billion-dollar company. And we all want to do our part to help make that happen. So I think that spirit is alive and well.
If we had to pick one sector in China that was going to materially improve over the next 10 years as an investable area, it would be healthcare.
Chinese entrepreneurs are very good at monetization when they put their heart to it. It may not be advertising revenue, but it's about how do you get the extra cent from the user who's using your product. So that's the piece that we are seeing, that we are increasingly bringing our Chinese companies to the US to share with our US portfolio companies some of this new thinking in terms of monetization.
The only very few sophisticated individual investor can grow up as the super angel. It's not common in China, and the large number of the individual investors will become the failure case. So that's my personal observation.
The large amount of money chasing after deals, that period of time is probably going to be over, and people are going to pay a lot more attention, at least from our portfolio side, on profitability, path to profitability, and how to run a solid business and build our management team and process and move forward.